You are now tuned in to the 411 for your fantasy football with your host, Autumn Wind Williams.
What is going on, guys? This is Autumn Wind Williams, and you're listening to the 411 for your fantasy football. We're now in week 12, Thanksgiving slate right here on Draftkings, Fanduel, and Yahoo. I'm here to provide you a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and defense. I know you're probably saying, damn, he's actually making an early video, because everybody know I always, usually make videos like a night before game time, but Thanksgiving's different. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow evening after work to head down to my brother's house to spend the night, so we can get up early in the morning, get food ready. I'm making green beans, slow cooking them, southern style, with some red potatoes, some garlic, onions, all the seasoning in there. And man, my brother's making a bunch of meat. We're going to have some fried turkey, smoked turkey, ham, prime rib. Gonna have the mac and cheese, oven made, and we eat dressing, not stuffing. I gotta get that right, because some people only eat stuffing. We eat dressing. That's what the cornmeal is. You don't have them breadcrumbs and carrots and peas and all of that. No offense to any family that do that, but that's just not our cup of tea. Man, I'm trying to think of a side dish to bring, kind of like an appetizer while we're waiting for the Thanksgiving dinner to get ready. And, because everybody's stomach is always growling, and, you gotta have something while you're waiting hours and hours for that turkey to get done. And, I'm just like, maybe I should ask the people that's listening to me on this video. Comment below, what type of appetizers do you eat during game time and you waiting for the main dish, the dinner, the turkey, to say your blessings and pass the cranberry sauce? What do you eat on Thanksgiving Day while you're waiting, as far as like appetizers? We know you probably have your chips and your dip, your beer, all of that, but what is a secret weapon that gets somebody coming to your family's Thanksgiving dinner every single year and make them feel like they part of the family? Comment below, let me know, or comment whatever plays you think is going to be great on this Thanksgiving slate. I'm about to give you mine, but don't forget to like, subscribe, dislike if you want, hit the bell icon, because like today, you didn't know I was going to make a video right now, right? But if you hit the bell icon, you would have got a notification on your phone. So I advise you to hit that bell icon so you be one of the first to view this, and you can move on with your day and do a little bit more research on where you want to decide to play different players on your lineup. So I'm just going to go ahead to quarterback right now. What I'm looking at is a lot of people are going to be playing DeAndre Watson, Ben Roethlisberger. They're looking at how DeAndre Watson has improved. They're looking at the weapons Ben Roethlisberger have at wide receiver, want to stack with him. But I'm looking at Lamar Jackson. Reason why is you got two running backs that's out on a COVID list. You got Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins on the COVID list. Gus Edwards is going to be chalk, because he's only 4,000, and Justice Hill, he's 4,000. He may not be really chalk, but he can be a sneaky play. I might have him on a couple of my lineups too, and Gus Edwards too. But my main lineup, I'm considering playing Lamar Jackson, because I know a lot of people are iffy on playing him, especially because he's not having a year like 2019 where he was just explosive. And the Steelers did whip his tail earlier this year, and the public is not really going to be that heavy on Lamar Jackson. They might try to do like me, play him because they know the rest of the field is playing Ben Roethlisberger and DeAndre Watson. It's really one of those weeks like our old good friend Blender HD would say, play whatever you want. You want to play Mark Jackson? Lamar Jackson, play what Mark Jackson. You put anyone in your lineup, right? That's my little imitation of him, but yeah. It is one of those play whatever you want type of weeks, though, because everybody is low priced on Draftkings. On Fanduel, it's a little bit more controlled, where you know, I don't know. Usually, FanDuel, you can play whatever you want. I can't get his voice right, but you know what I mean. Um, oh man, that seems like that's been a whole uh, hashtag lately. Lately, play whatever you want. Ever since he started that, man, like 2 3 weeks ago. Well, probably before then, but that's when I finally heard about him doing that on his video with his stupid Saturdays on YouTube. Check him out, Blender HD. But back to what I was saying. Usually with FanDuel, you can play whoever you want, but it seems like it's more. I don't know. It's tougher than DraftKings this week. It's like the total opposite. Like they just traded places. In DraftKings, you could probably build decent lineups that can possibly still be chalky with like $1,000 left. I got one lineup. I think I have like $800 left, and I think I could pay probably a little bit lower. Like say if I got Gus, gosh, Gus Edwards, if I wanted to. But like back what I was saying with Lamar Jackson, though, I know he got what 17 passes out of 29 for 186 yards last week, one touchdown, one interception for week 11 against Tennessee, but he also rushed 13 times too. 51 yards on the ground, and I'm just looking at with two of the main running backs they have, Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins, out on COVID. Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, they can produce some numbers, but I'm like, okay, if you have a quarterback that's really your number one quarterback and your number one running back when time is needed, why not play him? And if he's rushing for 13 times last week, get 51 yards, I can see him producing that, maybe even more. Get a quarterback sneak for a touchdown. He could throw to two of his receivers, because I'm looking at, Steelers is ranked second against running backs and quarterbacks, of course, yeah. But they're ranked 22nd against wide receivers. They ranked number one against tight ends. So if I'm going to play a Lamar Jackson lineup, I'm going to stack him with two of his wide receivers. I'm not going to play the normal Mark Andrews like everybody, because I know whoever's playing Lamar Jackson, their lineups is likely going to be Lamar, Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews. And when we are on a 3-game slate, if everybody's playing like that, and say this is the lineup that kills the slate, we're going to be tied, splitting what, $10 each, right? So I got to get different if I'm going to play them. But I'm definitely going to have them in my main lineup. I'm going to have nearly everybody. Like we said, play whatever you want for this Thanksgiving slate. But moving on to running back, this is where I'm getting a little bit different too, because I'm looking at guys that got a Q tag right now, but making sure I monitor them, whether they're having limited practice, on the sideline with the trainers, or full practice. I got to see some kind of work going on in order for them to be in my main lineups, and that's why I'm looking at DeAndre Swift, because today, he was limited practice. Last Wednesday, he got a concussion. So he is in the right path right now. With limited practice today during a walkthrough practice. This is from Michael Rothstein from ESPN.com. And I'm looking at, he was out with concussion last Wednesday. Game is not till Thursday. If he's limited practice now, he should be game ready, without any game time decisions or anything like that. So if I don't see any DNP tomorrow, I'm going to hit the lock button. And, because I feel like last week he would have really did well. They ended up having to play Adrian Peterson, but that concussion just messed him up. Just a late one, man, right in the middle of practice, and this happened. Everybody was used to play DeAndre Swift, but I think we can do it this week. I really think we can. And, they're playing against the Texans too. Texans is ranked 31 against running backs. If I wanted to, I can also play Duke Johnson because the Lions is ranked 32 at running backs. But I just feel like it's better to play DeAndre Swift because I'm a little iffy with playing Duke Johnson from the Houston Texans because I'm looking at how they got CJ Prosise. That's that's bothersome because like I could play Duke Johnson and next thing you know, CJ Prosise get out there and get all the passing looks and get a touchdown at a low price. So that's who I have at running back. Moving on to wide receiver, like I said, I'm considering stacking two of these wide receivers from the Baltimore Ravens. The first one I'm definitely going to lock because everybody is down on him too. And I'm looking at how the Steelers is ranked 22nd against wide receivers. It's like that's the main spot where you can stop the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether they undefeated or not, is at wide receiver. And I feel like the way Lamar Jackson scramble, the way Marquise Brown can go out there and produce when he produce, things can happen, and people are not going to roster a Lamar Jackson that's not been producing as much as 2019 because we always look at numbers. What has he done for me lately, right? Same here with Marquise Brown. Last week he went out there and got a goose egg. He got 3 targets and didn't catch one. Got us 0 fantasy points. And his average for fantasy points this year, 9 per week. But man, he's been getting 3.4, 6.8, 7.3, 9.7. Before that, he got 19.8, 12.6. Then he was 3.3, 9.2. Starting the season off 18.1. What did he do against Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh, he did medium. He got 7.3. So that's the type of year he has been having. But I feel like if the Steelers secondary cannot handle the wide receivers that much in the NFL, ranking 22nd, he can possibly go out there and at least get a touchdown, get about 4 or 5 targets, and maybe catch 4, hopefully. But he got to go out there and produce, man. And I feel like it's going to be lower ownership because when people look at those numbers, they're not going to want to hit that lock button. So that's what I'm here for, to do it for them. So moving on to tight end. I'm bringing it back with the Pittsburgh Steelers right here, playing Eric Ebron. The reason why is, like I said, with the Lamar Jackson lineups, when they're going to try to stack, they're going to play Mark Andrews. So this is where I get different too. I play Lamar Jackson lineup stack with a bring back on the other side at tight end. Eric Ebron last week, he caught 4 out of his 7 targets for 36 yards, got a touchdown against the Jaguars. And I feel like he can go out there and do it again. Going against the Baltimore Ravens. Let me see, where are they ranked at tight end? Let me pull up the rankings right now. Okay. Tight end rankings. I should have had this done before this the video, I know. But I wasn't thinking about that yet. All I was thinking about is getting different and winning some money. Okay, so we got the Ravens ranked 20th at tight end. That's alright. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do far as at that position, is play Eric Ebron from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now last but not least, we got Andy Dalton going against Washington Football Team. I've been playing a lot of Washington Football Team defense lately this year, and I'm going to do it again because they're going against Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys. I know a lot of people are going to want to play the Dallas Cowboys receivers. They're going to want to play Zeke, and this is my way of hedging off with my main lineup because I'm going to play them Cowboys too, like everybody else. But my main lineup, you get different. Go with the Washington football team. If I know a lot of the field is going to play the CeeDee Lamb, the Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Gallup. They're going to even have Dalton Schultz. They want to see some Dalton to Dalton action. So that's what I have for you guys on this video. Make sure you like, dislike, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share, comment below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram at the 411DFS. In this lineup, once again, Lamar Jackson at quarterback, wide receiver. Well, how am I forget about running back? Running back, we have DeAndre Swift. At wide receiver, we have Marquise Brown. And tight end, we have Eric Ebron. Last but not least, we have the Washington football team. Now, hopefully, your Thanksgiving is going to be great playing DFS. Not only that, though, hopefully, you're able to go hang out with your family, hoping that you're not having no COVID symptoms or anything like that. And if not, make sure you still mask up. What me and my family are doing, we're going to be having our mask on. It's still social distancing time, even though we make sure that we test ourselves, take medicine or whatever, vitamins, so we don't get that COVID-19 that's messing up everybody's life right now, no matter what we want to do. We got to take precautions, keep our family safe. And if you're going to do it, though, like I said, play it safe, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, take it with you, a tiny bottle of hand sanitizer. Cover your face with the mask. I mean your nose too. Don't wear your mask down here, because somebody walked by and coughed, that's going straight through your nostrils and you getting COVID-19. So it's not helping you, it's defeating the purpose. I mean, I saw a lady, a neighbor of mine, out in the parking lot smoking cigarettes. She had a mask on, but you know what she did? She punched a hole right in the middle of it so she can smoke and drink a beer. I said, that's defeating the purpose. But you gonna put a hole between your mask, you're not protected right there if you put the hole. That makes no sense. So she listened to me and everything, lecture her. And yesterday I saw her with the mask on, protecting herself. So I want you guys to do the same and be safe. And if you feel like you have COVID symptoms, please stay at home. Have your family join you on Zoom or FaceTime or whatever, and have a virtual Thanksgiving dinner. I know that sounds whack. I had to do that for my birthday. So my whole entire family had to do that for their birthday. My sister did a housewarming virtually. But we got to do what we got to do where we can still spend time with our family and be safe. So that's enough of my little COVID-19 tangent. I gave you my lineup. Now it's time for me to make some dinner and then get ready for the big dinner on Thursday and chill with my family watching some football. So y'all, go out there, kick some ass in DFS. Stay blessed, stay safe. I'm out. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the 411 Podcast. Now get ready to make that money. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the 411 DFS.